A new road and bus system for the Olympic Games was opened in Rio on Monday. Officials hope it will reduce travel time by 60% around the venue. The Mayor of Rio addressed security concerns at the opening ceremony, saying he is confident authorities can handle any situation. Joining us now is Felipe Almeida, who's co-founder of ZUP. Felipe, I wonder whether transport is one of the lesser concerns this time at the Olympics, and it might be in fact health concerns with Zika virus stopping a number of golfers, for instance, and other athletes from going.
Yeah, that's really a pity, because we would have many amazing golf players going to Brazil for the first time, and it's the first time Brazil gets in the golf scenario. So missing those players will be a big problem. But to be honest, I think things are better than what it shows. I think we will end up being a good Olympic Games. Unfortunately, the golfers will not be there, at least the best.
You say that, but we've got Brazil going through political turmoil and economic downturn. Has this caused the authorities and politicians to be somewhat on the back foot in preparing for the Olympics?
Yeah, definitely. The economic situation, the political situation is not easy, so we're trying to recover. And I think the Michel Temer administration is doing a good job. At least it's a good beginning. And the Olympic Games fell in the middle of this whole thing. So to be honest, the whole country is more looking toward the political and economic situation than the Olympic Games. But again, it's a pity, because it's amazing games. 4 years ago was amazing here in London. So hopefully gonna give some good results to Brazil.
We had the same thing before London. They all moaning about the security, lack of G4S conundrums as well. I'm sure it's wonderful. In terms of Brazil, though, the economy, there is a political consternation still. There's economic consternation, and then there's social consternation as well. Anything that excites you about the investment story, Martin Jan?
Well, I think the current situation where central banks are going to keep rates where they are for a long time, there might be additional stimulus. A market like Brazil benefits a lot from this. So the pressure on Brazil is much less now than it was last year, for sure.
So you're getting quite excited about the story?
Well, the market also has been very strong already, yeah? And the government, this government is started trying to do some reforms, but the really important reforms to get them through is still very uncertain.
So the market's got ahead of itself then, as usual?
Perhaps it has, yeah. On Brazil, I'm not that...
So if you were to invest, currency, sovereign, corporate bonds, equity, anything particular amongst all those that excites you the most?
In Brazil, I think you want to play the yield. I mean, it's the...
On corporates or sovereign?
You can do both, probably, but I mean, you probably don't want to buy into the growth story yet, so you probably want to take the high interest rate and benefit from this as long as you...
Felipe, is that your interpretation? Things are better than they were a year ago?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, 3-4 months ago, when I was here last time, things were crazy, and now they're getting better. I mean, good signs, inflation going down, the interest rate in the future, it's aiming down. I mean, a lot of good things, the trade balance going up. So I think we'll get a better country in a couple months or a couple years. I think he's trying to do the right things. At least the finance minister, Henrique Meirelles, is a great guy. He brings a lot of confidence to the country. So let's see how it goes.
Can I bring you back to the fintech Brexit story for a moment? Because I'm just intrigued to know what difference you think Brexit may mean for the startup community in fintech in the UK. Is it going to matter?
I mean, there's always an impact, right? Any type of international crisis or instability may change the scenario, but at the same time, the fintechs are reality. They're challenging the banks all over the world, not only in the European Union, not only in the UK, so they're going to have to find a way to compete, and the banks will have to find a way to compete against them or with them. I think that's the biggest discussion right now. Are we going against the fintechs, or are we going to be with them? And if the banks, they leave the UK, right, for certain reasons, maybe it'd be a different scenario.
So actually there's no clarity on this. You don't have a confident view one way or the other. I mean, London has been the epicenter as far as Europe is concerned for a combination of reasons. I think it's access to capital, just the talent pool that's concentrated in London, the lack of bureaucracy when it comes to setting up a business and structuring it how you want to. So there are lots of really good reasons to be here still. Do you think that is going to change?
Oh, it may change a little, but it's still, London is still one of the capital of the world. I mean, there's no reason just to go away. I mean, I know that Brexit's a big thing, but it's still, this new industry is trying to reinvent themselves, so it doesn't matter what it is.
Felipe, just one more question really about how long we have to wait before a major fintech challenger emerges to take on a Barclays or to deal with an HSBC. because we've been discussing this story now for at least a decade, and the challenger banks that emerged have not achieved it, and really fintech is nipping at the heels, shall we say, but isn't really taking over. No one. The strange thing is, you know, we see digital companies growing in many parts of our lives, but somehow we haven't had that major breakthrough when it comes to the trust related to holding our capital. Why is that?
I mean, you said something that's true. Money is always an issue. It's not easy to destroy an industry like banks. I mean, for many times, the fintechs were seen as being against the banks, and now the banks are seeing the fintechs as maybe allies, so they're trying to get together and change things. So, I mean, they will get parts of the banks, but the structure as it is today, I don't think it's going to change
Felipe,
at all.
just moving aside, is that true you're a scratch golfer?
Yes, yeah.
Can you give Jeff a couple of tips, because he's struggling to...
What's your handicap, Jeff?
18.
Ah, okay, that's good.
It's okay.
One bogey every hole, it's not bad.
Yeah, I don't embarrass myself too much.
Whereas I
know someone who'd like to get out a bit more.
I wouldn't mind to get out down to 18, it'd be lovely, yeah.
Although it's a dying sport, golf, isn't it?
No, is it?
Yeah. Well, what's our
population.
I mean,
dying sport. Too many golf courses, not enough people want to pay the fees. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's bad. I mean, 18 holes, I love it, but it's a lot. 5 hours in a golf course.
People don't do deals in golf courses anymore. They do them in coffee shops.
Felipe, Martin Yan, we've got to say goodbye. Nice to meet you, sir. Great to have you on board again, sir. Thank you very much. After